That's just how I'm feeling.
He has tried me. I shall come forth as pure. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I win and
with Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with their opponents. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
And that'll set him back 5. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Successive penalties have him looking now at a 1st and 20. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 16. They're going to look to throw. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Here we go.
Not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They come up short here on 4th down. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Hey, we do my shit, baby, bro.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Starship plane.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
I have to alert tomorrow. Get your board.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Wilson to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
There
They'll run on 1st down. Carson.
Next time we start doing this, we need to have fucking loud.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right.
You ready to him? Get out. Get out. You know my name. Get out. You made me throw an interception.
Trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open.
No, you just want to be quiet. I can't concentrate.
That he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Yeah.
Gets this to the 24.
I think it's because you keep talking.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
I get all the pussy I want. This pussy unlimited. Fucking talking about interception, nigga. Interception, nigga.
Picked up by DJ Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was annoying. I don't want to fuck someone who's getting on the nerve.
Turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands.
Can you give me some water?
Off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Yes.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Can you please give me some water? I'm dehydrated. Hot. You pay your rent.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
You get it done next week.
And this will be a touchback as Graham.
Not right now, dude. I'm working. I'm concentrating. I'm trying to play the game. You keep listening to us. We'll see.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
I want $1 million fucking dollars.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up
Don't get in
a lot of
relationships,
opportunities
people.
for this offense going forward.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
Hell no.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield anyway.
Come here, I need your emotional support. Come here.
They pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Thank you. Well, that's not giving me a hard time about it.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Okay, so this is the next thing.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Grant. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Patterson on the draw play. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of the young QB.
No.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 32.
Too expensive.
49 yards
I
rushing
don't like
for him now to this point.
But you said you wanted to live in LA. If we could afford it, would you want to live?
No, not really.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Looking to throw.
Yes, sir. Here we go. Fucking pick,
Pittsburgh
man.
intercepted.
No,
Picked off
over
around
this
the
shit. Ain't in
27.
college no more.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett.
I should have did some trick catch.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now,
It
even
was
though
nice
these
work
drives started in
defensively
plus
to force
territory,
incompletion.
they're still not field goal range yet. So they can work towards
Commentators
another
be
couple
so
of
ugly on
stops
this hoe.
and not allowing that turnover
Talking
to hurt.
their ass off.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Joe, you my best friend for you?
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine.
Did we just become best friends? Yeah.
They catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On first down, it's Carson. And he can
Run that ball, Chris.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner.
What the fuck type of bitch ass throw is it?
End zone, but it's incomplete.
What a savvy read by the running
Fucking
back.
give
He
me
saw
heart
his quarterback
attacks and
was out
shit.
of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off.
Stop!
deep
I'm gonna make me
downfield.
drop my
For a second there,
percent.
They had him,
But that video
but they
so
were unable to
fucking funny.
connect for a big play.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the
Xavier
drive
got some big
alive on
girls.
3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson.
Fuck you talking about?
Looking left
Fuck you
side,
talking about?
complete. Touchdown.
6'6" bodybuilder, nigga.
Great play there. With touchdown number 7 on the
What?
year. And the Seahawks add on
What
to
you
their
talking about,
lead.
y'all?
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0.
I need to mute my mic. Yeah. Joggers. I'm not. Gonna be great.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Who's the most Cam fan I have?
Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
Okay, Joe.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way
That boy
to
moving
put it
that
aside.
motherfucking
They're
ball.
not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside.
One thing about
and
it,
continue to play their
he
game.
gonna run that
Can he put
motherfucking
it
ball.
aside? Let's find out. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
One thing about it, he gonna run that motherfucking
They'll
ball,
drop the
y'all.
throw.
Let's fucking go, nigga.
They take him down at the
Rook.
26. It'll be a
What
loss
the
of
fuck I'm
6
talking
yards
about?
on the
Wait,
play.
did I
And
just,
that's
it's
gonna
cover 1
bring
and
up
cover 2
3rd
the same
down.
thing?
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call
I'm not gonna get in
Seahawks gets a
trouble.
point there. Yeah.
See, that's why I need you to stop talking, because you throwing me off.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
That'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw.
Come on, man. Like, we gotta do better.
Definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like
We have to do fucking better.
No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
How'd you get a message? Oh my God, bro. What's going on?
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Say some shit, man. Niggas in this league, bro.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. Already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here. An inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help.
Sit down. I ain't say be annoying. It's 2 different things. Look at the game. You're not talking.
To throw now on 1st down. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two.
I don't even know what defense I just used because you keep talking to me. I don't know if I'm running the same defense. Leave me alone. Please. You fucking me up. Don't get me kicked out of the league with all that bullshit.
And wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Cause you've been annoying. You think that I was just
But you
complaining.
told me to start coming in here and
Get
hanging
out.
with you. You literally told me to do that.
But you're being annoying.
Okay, what would make me less than normal? What would make me less than normal?
If you stop complaining. And you want to fucking start fucking these random ass fucking fake ass stories. Like, I'm about trying to hear that shit.
Personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando.
Okay, tell me that story. I don't know that fake ass bullshit. I'm trying to concentrate.
You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away.
What'd I just say?
smiling.
And happy.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who
Yeah.
just gave up that play.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man, it's Patterson complete. There he goes inside the 30. And down
be
to the
independent.
16-yard line.
No.
Well, that is a
They're
running
not.
back who was not about to go down easily.
They're
He
not
fought
either.
his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Asante Samuel able to make the play defensively.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Niggas say no biggie, but then drop a video. Definitely a biggie.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
This league just full of
Now back to throw.
shit,
And
man.
for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. He's at the 50.
That's better.
He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it is 28-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
He wasn't even in the fucking It wasn't even him that picked the hell off.
Who you hungry? You hungry, boo? You hear me?
No.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
Trucks over him. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
They're trying to get me up at the hell. I know it for sure.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. By 56, by 56. Too little,
On play action. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Behind the sticks here with a second and 15.
Brandon Joseph.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Buying time. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Alton Robinson in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a third and long. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
What's up?
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now a handoff looking right. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about can be...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks open the lead up to 34-0. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. And to give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jordan Brooks on the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now they try the right side here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
56, Mike, 56.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. The offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to fall to the ground incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It's 2nd down, 10.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position of throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think...
Oh, and now some space to operate. He's at the 40. 10. And touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Monarchs are able to claw one back. Extra point by Koo, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 56 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Seahawks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now a handoff looking right. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now they try the right side here. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. 30, 10, 5, touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Monarchs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well, we have seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one, and this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there.
And what was impressive to me is not just how much he wanted it, but how he fashioned it. I mean, he was shedding tacklers left and right, evading tacklers left and right, and when you think about the energy it takes to ward guys off, that's really impressive. He still managed to keep his balance and turn this into a fantastic run.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now defensively here. We're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Wilson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coach...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Broken tackle, finding some room at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a handoff as they run left side. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And now the rookie's free. The 30. 10.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
He finds his man complete. That's Patterson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Jealousy is an ocean and you either float or you sink. Moment of truth, credit check, you not a fool. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look, salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion, it's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, I'm politicking, probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all goal, ain't no stopping in it.